Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you to the Viewsonic VP2768-4K monitor, and this is my review. Now this is a professional monitor, obviously aimed at professional video or photo editors who require 100% sRGB colour accuracy. It provides Ultra HD 3840 by 2160 resolution, which actually works out at a staggering 163.18 pixels per inch, and yes, it does show. Because when looking at something on this monitor, images come through incredibly crisp, they are incredibly clean, it really is quite phenomenal. But before we actually go into the main review, let's just go over what you exactly get in the box. So to kick things off, you obviously get the 27-inch LCD display monitor, a heavy-duty quick-release stand, a mini DP to DisplayPort cable, a USB 3.1 upstream cable, a 1.8 meter power cord, before last but not least a quick start guide, as well as a full individualized color calibration report. Now just briefly going over this pre-mentioned colour calibration report, first of all I think it's a very nice touch from Viewsonic, because basically it gives you, the consumer, the chance to see just how well your monitor performed in terms of colour calibration readings. And all the results are in there, from the sRGB to the RE709 report, plus a full uniformity report as well, which is actually 10 times more readings than a standard colour report would normally give you. But even if all them readings and reports are of no interest to you whatsoever, let me at least tell you this, because did you know that Viewsonic actually test out their monitors 4 times more than other leading competitors? So yes, once your monitor arrives to you, at least you can rest assured knowing it has been well and truly tested. When it comes to the initial setup, I found it a very quick and simple process. The panel and the stand easily click together and then lock in place. And don't forget, this monitor is fully colour calibrated straight out of the box, so there's no need for you to spend any additional time calibrating it yourself. And just to confirm, by the way, if any of you out there are thinking of upgrading to a bigger monitor but have quite limited desk space, well, you'll be glad to know that the VP2768-4K monitor is fully compatible with VESA wall mounts. Moving on to the actual screen itself, well, I have to say it is absolutely faultless. Its anti-glare frameless design is almost seamless, which is great if you wish to use two of these monitors side by side. Now, its refresh rate is only 60 Hz. However, don't forget, this monitor does come with Viewsonic's super clear IPS panel technology, which basically keeps any colour shifting right down to a minimum throughout its whopping 178-degree viewing angle. And because it has such a large viewing angle, that does mean this display is especially handy if you're trying to show or demonstrate something to a large group of people. When it comes to the actual colours that this display can provide, well, like previously mentioned, this is a 100% sRGB monitor, offering up to 1.07 billion 10-bit colours with FRC. And from my experience of trying out this panel so far, I can not only see that in photo as well as videos, colours are deep, they are inviting, they are vibrant, it really is pretty fantastic. But not only does this monitor do exceptionally well in terms of colour accuracy, it's also sensationally bright, coming in at 350 nits. I must say though that I actually did find this a little too bright for my needs, but luckily via the OSD you can not only adjust individual settings but also find a selection of pre-calibrated colour options too. I would just quickly like to mention the contrast ratio, because again these staggering numbers continue. Now this display has a static contrast ratio of 1300 to 1 and a dynamic contrast ratio of 20 million to 1. And just to clarify what that exactly means, well, basically with a static contrast ratio on a still image, if it was completely white, then the brightness would be 1300 times brighter than that of a completely dark image. Moving on to my general usage of this monitor, well, 99% of the time it will be for video editing. but I must say I didn't realise just how bad my previous monitor was in terms of colour accuracy until I saw the sensational colour that this display can provide. Of course, my previous monitor was only around £100, and the Viewsonic VP2768-4K will set you back around the £500 mark. So yes, for this far superior display, it doesn't come cheap. But I will say, for a 27-inch Ultra HD professional monitor with uniform brightness and colour accuracy straight out of the box, I still firmly believe that it is well and truly a good investment. But what about when it comes to connectivity? Well, I am happy to say that this monitor certainly doesn't disappoint, as it comes packed with a whole host of interfaces for you to connect to, including two HDMI 2.0 slots, a DisplayPort 1.2A slot, a mini DP 1.2A slot, a 3.5mm headphone jack, as well as 4 USB downs and a USB up. One thing that really has impressed me though with this display, apart from its overall fantastic colour accuracy, is in fact the build quality, especially with the stand. Not only is it completely solid with a good weight to keep everything balanced, but this also allows you to swivel, pivot, tilt, as well as adjust the height with ease. It's honestly an exceptional nice feature, so no matter where you are positioned yourself, this display can actually work around you. So as you can see, I am quite fanatic about the performance that this display can provide. But the big question is, are there any flaws? Well, you could say that this unit doesn't support HDR10 or offer 100% Adobe RGB. But personally, I think for the price range of this monitor, I wouldn't really expect it. The 5ms response time or 60Hz refresh rate could be off-putting for some professional gamers. Now, I'm not a gamer myself, but I have tried a few out on this display and had no trouble whatsoever. But for those of you who require the quickest response time or the ultimate smoothness in terms of refresh rate, then you may have to look elsewhere. Overall, however, I am extremely happy with this monitor, and I truly believe that if anyone wants a seamless, well-built, beautifully bright and crisp display with colour accuracy, then do check out the Viewsonic VP2768-4K. As not only does it supply a stunning professional image, but with its pivot, swivel and tilt options, easy to navigate OSD plus presets, and a whole host of connectivity options thrown in as well, this monitor doesn't just look fantastic, but it's also an expert in what it can provide too. So there you go, that was my review for the Viewsonic VP2768-4K monitor, and I hope that was some use to you. But as usual, before I go, don't forget to tell me your thoughts on this display in the comment section beneath this video. And if you did like this video and you like tech, then please show your appreciation by giving it a fantastic thumbs up, and most importantly, hit me up on that classic subscribe button. But until next time, thank you once again for watching, and I'll hopefully see you at some point very soon. Thank you.